Mm, this will be the code. So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yes.
So can I just go for raw material one more and with the different description? Would that work?
Code will should not be the same. Code should be different. You can give
Okay.
RM service, RM plastic, RM metal. So it should
Okay.
be relevant to your industry or your.
Okay.
Sometime you need a report based on the vendor group. This
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so for that your code should be very much relevant. Basically, while implementing any project, this group is very important. So if you see the MIS reports of management or basically this vendor group, so they needed, okay, what is my stock for raw material? What is my inventory aging for material suppliers? So when you say inventory aging for material suppliers, vendors only, so how will you filter those vendors? So this the group will be helpful for you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There are service vendors, there are vendors who are government vendors, like government authorities, they are also vendors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mohammad, are you able to I mean to relate the things which we are talking?
Yes, yes. After her, I will share the screen.
Yeah, yeah, I will share. But what I'm asking is, when we say vendors, when we say the suppliers, when we
Yeah, yeah,
say
yeah. I know. I
yeah,
know the vendors and the purchase orders, and
yes,
it's not hard right now.
okay. Because I don't want we will go ahead without your understanding. So
Yeah,
this,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Uh,
So
Also, I will check the notes, and I will make it again today. You can share the next notes.
Okay. So two vendors done.
mhm.
Okay. And then I'll go to the purchase order.
No, no, you cannot go directly. We need to create the
Create
item
master.
products
Okay. So do I need
in the
to?
go to the product information management, yeah, and then go to the release product. Yes, renew. Now a lot of things will be asked. So first of all, product type.
Mm-hmm.
So drop down, there is item or service. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly the item either or we provide accept service. So item, then you go to the product subtype. If we have a subtype, then we will choose. Otherwise, simply keep it as product. We will cover later in the details that what is product master. So
Mm-hmm.
keep the product, then give the product number. So if you have a numbering for product, use the number like 1001 or something, or if
Mm-hmm.
it's RM1, RM2, RM3 kind of. So
Mm-hmm.
that coding will be decided while designing the number sequencing for item master.
Okay.
Right now, as a practice, you give RM1 and then give that name of that item. So before that, you should understand or what industry you are working. So what I suggest, Dipti, you try to provide the as detailed much as related items as you are working in your company. So what is
Okay.
your product in your organization? What is your raw material there?
Actually, I was working with one of the companies where I have done the procurement and sourcing, and they have the procurement hierarchies in place, and they had the atoms, but they didn't. I'm not sure how they created. So that is a different part because they were the they were the doctors, and they had all the the pharmaceutical items, but
Oh,
the company which the project I'm working at the moment is the wine company, and they
mhm.
have the wine as their co-product.
Yeah. So you have to now you should know the all ingredients, whatever the items you procure for your if you are a wine manufacturer or a supplier
Wine manufacturer.
manufacturer.
Actually, yeah, but they do manufacture wine, and they do get the wine from some of the suppliers.
That's fine. So now when you say a wine manufacturer, so you should take one wine, which what are the name of the wine and what are the ingredients required to manufacture that particular wine. All the material, all the items, you have to list down and create the item for that.
Okay.
So instead of now RM1, you give first tell me, go to the Excel, go to your Excel, open your Excel.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we will study now the product design. Okay,
Okay.
write down the wine name. This is the
Okay.
finished goods.
Okay.
That this is your finished good item. Also
Mm,
write finished good, or you can say FG item. The type of item is fixed FG.
yeah. Mm,
Okay. So
yeah.
now go to the you write down the bill of material BOM.
Yeah.
Bill
Okay.
Okay. Now BOM means all the ingredients required to produce this wine. So do you know what are all it contains? What are all material required to produce this?
The material must be the grapes.
Yeah, grapes will be the first item. Now there may
Mm-hmm.
be various types of grapes.
Yeah.
Maybe a black grape.
Black,
Maybe
green,
yeah. So
yeah, different types of
must have that
uh,
all the variety of grapes will have a different items, right?
yeah.
So that will be your item name.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So for as we are doing bomb, so I have already worked as a master data coordinator for one of the companies. So
Hmm.
in for that company, they had the fish. They used to catch the fish, and they used to freeze it, fillet it, and then sell it. So for them, like first of all, which fish, and then the different types of fish, right? And then the labor they need to fillet it down, the electricity, the extra charges, and the
Hmm.
packaging, and then that used to come as a finished good. So we have to use the same bomb, because for me there is a confusion when we should use the formula and when we should use the bomb.
Correct, correct. So it depends. It depends on the operation. If it is routing operation where It depends on the percentage of ingredients. So formula should calculate that ingredients cost. And if it is the material consumption directly, so it will be the, so there are types of operation that's called routing. Okay. Operation formula will just calculate the same thing on some formula like if double or triple or reduce the vapor up होता है तो उसका formula देता है कि उसको remove that. So now grape is one ingredient. What other ingredients into your bomb?
For me, they just get the solid or the semi solid stuff from the supplier, from the grapes,
Hmm.
and when they get into their warehouse, then they put to liquefy it, like the maybe 70% of the grape, the semi solid liquid, and they add something in there, for example 30%, that gets them the 750 ml of wine bottle, or maybe 1000 ml of wine bottle. They have some two three different types of the wine bottles, like 500 ml, 750 ml and stuff. So it the formula is 70% of the semi solid liquid, and some 30% get into that gets them the bottle of 750 ml of the wine, and the packaging, and the human labor, the processing labor, that 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 creates that. But I don't know exactly how they do it, because their process is little bit different, and they haven't discussed how they manufacture it. So we just only know that much.
So
I
only
don't know the
grapes
exact
is
percentage.
okay. So only grapes is the only ingredients to make wine.
Yeah, for them, yeah,
So they don't
I think
add
so.
any other chemical or any other sugar
uh,
or salt. Nothing is there.
they didn't specify that,
It is
because they
not.
don't want to get that process in D365 yet.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, we will add few things like water. Then we will add sugar. We will add
Oh,
salt, vinegar. Lot of other ingredients may be required for to manufacture the wine.
okay. So the percentage of water would be 10%, or how
Percentage
the?
we will take later. That will come
Okay,
when we actually work on the production part. Now we are just in the stage of creating
okay.
the item master. So just I want
I
few
okay,
items. So you create the items as a grapes, you create item as a water, you create item as a salt and
okay,
sugar.
okay. So
So instead, yeah, you can give. Suppose you are coding instead of RM, just give something 1001, 1002, 1003 like that.
oh yeah, okay,
Okay.
yeah,
And
1001 is the.
what you can also, if you want the coding system like should be related to alphanumerical, so that is also sometimes is useful because searching an atom is otherwise difficult if it is huge atom list. But if it is small one, you
Yeah,
can use numbering.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this, yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, I
grapes
got your
and
point.
then this RM one is not needed here. Remove that. And company specific identification. Yeah, this is when you procure from particular vendor, then you need to provide that company specific. Otherwise, it's not needed.
But then why it's saying it is must be filled in?
Item number. Yeah, it's company. No, this is the actual number, and the above one is the product number.
So
Yeah,
is
put that
product number
same,
and the same?
same. Yeah.
Okay. So um so the atom number will be shown in everywhere, as it is showing blue in color, or how do we identify this number will be the center point of all the transactions, I mean, like.
No, I don't understand. What is your question?
What I mean, why it's showing in blue in color? Is there any specific reason of this? It's showing blue in color.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a highlighting hyperlink. So if you, yeah, yeah, just it will go inside the item itself. We are already into that same screen.
Okay.
Okay, now what we need is item group and all units of measurements. So just go to the item model group first. In that you need to create new item model group. So now create new item model group.
Mm-hmm.
Now item model group. I think Mohammed, let's concentrate on this. So item model group is required to uh, cost the inventory, one thing, and the another is that to issue the inventory in one method. Like there are method called FIFO, first in first out. There is a method called LIFO, that is last in first out. So what does it mean when we issue the material to the production? In what sequence it should be moved, or what in what sequence it should cost. So for example, if I purchase a material with same material in $10, and the same material if I purchasing into the next slot is a $12, because cost varies of the same material due to some certain reasons. But when you issue it to production, or when you do the costing part, what is the method? If you say LIFO, so what it will say, what is the last in, that should be LIFO. Okay, FIFO and LIFO, and there are weighted average. There is a weighted average date. So these are all methods you will find into this inventory model, and based on this model, system calculate the cost. That we will cover when we cover the inventory costing part. So here you have to just understand that this model is related to the inventory costing. Okay, and inventory costing is depends on the inventory model group, which we our company decides, or your finance people decide that okay, what is the your inventory model group. Okay, so here you provide the inventory model group as a, you can type there directly FIFO, and then FIFO here, first in first out. Okay,
Any
and
any
inventory model group must be the FIFO then.
if
Okay,
okay.
there are few options which is we will learn little in detail later. Right
Okay.
now, what is you needed? Physical negative inventory, physical negative inventory, FIFO date, all these things we will take later. Now FIFO is enough.
Okay.
Include physical wall, physical receipt, post physical inventory, for financial inventory. Okay, these two tabs are important. Ledger integration, that is post physical inventory and post financial inventory. Okay, this
Mhm.
tab must be put on, checked, and then you save this.
Okay.
We'll see the relevance later in the detail later. Close this. So we have created the inventory item model group now. Now you need to create the item group also. Go to the item group, create the new group. This group again, you can say a raw material, finished goods, any semi-finished good, or your service item. So that is the group here. RM, raw material. Save this.
Any okay.
No, don't update the profile right now. We will create the profile later. Just create some groups, and then two groups. RM, you create the semi-finish and then finished goods. Three groups you create minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to select the storage dimension group. So I think there is no group is there. So just keep that. We will cover that live later, which is shared
Okay.
one. So it is coming automatically. So at least select
Yeah.
site there. So what it means, at least mini site is the minimum part, minimum requirement. Okay. If you
Okay.
select site and warehouse, it will tell that okay, site and warehouse is must for any transaction.
Okay. Okay.
So
So do I need to put the tracking dimension as well?
right now, don't put that. Just you have to select the unit of measurements. So there are four fields where you have to select the unit of measurements.
Hmm.
Like if this is the item called grapes, this is the our item is grape, right?
Yeah.
So grape you are it should be in kg, I guess.
Yeah.
Just see is there kilogram is available.
Yeah.
Yeah, select that and just select this kg for purchase unit, then inventory unit, sales unit, BOM unit.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
say okay. Okay, your item is ready now,
Hmm.
which can be used in your purchase order. So close
Okay.
this. Now in your item master, this item is available. Now you can put the price.
Okay.
You are
So
already there, I guess. You just close this screen. You came from the purchase order, I guess.
no, I directly came into the model.
Okay, now go to the procurement and
Yeah.
sourcing.
Purchase order. Purchase order. Yeah.
I think I was trying to create in the Mohammad's environment, but is this your environment, right, Dipti? Your legal
Yeah.
entity.
It's
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So now you create a new purchase order. We have a vendor.
Yeah.
Okay. Get to
So if I want to change the legal entity name, for example, sustainable wines or something, I can still do it, right?
name you can change, but code you cannot.
Okay. And why this is so?
This is allowed. As a system, they are not allowed to change the code, but name you can change. It's a default.
Okay. Okay.
Tracking dimension group has not been specified. So what it say, if you don't want to give any tracking dimension group, you have to give none. If you don't select anything, it is showing this. So in the
Okay.
tracking dimension, click
Yeah.
on the edit first
Yeah.
and now what to do, where you can change.
Product.
I think you delete that item from the purchase order first. and from the
Oh,
separate tab you try to count.
oh, okay. That's interesting.
Remove this, yeah, and then in the
Oh,
separate
so
tab,
okay, I'll just open one more tab in here.
duplicate,
So
yeah.
I'll duplicate.
Not sure whether it will allow to, it should allow to change that, but let's see.
Okay, we'll see. Oh, I'm in the purchase order. Wait,
Yeah, go to the
sorry.
product.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I go very fast.
Yeah, for me, it's not a problem. For Mohammed, maybe,
Yeah,
but don't worry. He will cover.
Okay.
We are sharing videos to him. And Mohammed, anytime you can come back to me if there is any issues.
Okay, I will try it right now
no,
and
no, I can't do it. So what's the reason why we can't change it here? Can we do here on the
That
tab?
dimension group assign. I'll give none. Just see none. Select that. Save this.
Yeah.
Dimension group. Yes.
Okay, so you can directly do in here, and we can just do we can go from this tab like
Hmm.
this.
I was
And
just
so
looking where it is. Yeah.
why we can't do from here?
Yeah, that means these are all standard given by Microsoft. We can't say everything is not there. So it's like that only.
Okay. 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 Okay.
We have to understand. That's what
Yeah.
we have to learn, that what is given where and how to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. So we can go in here in purchase order.
Yeah.
Go in here. Oh yeah, it's coming through. Sorry.
I am directly going a little faster, but when the SCM will come, he will explain you much deeper in all this, how to item master, then other details related to the inventory. So inventory dimension site mandatory. So what it means, inventory dimension site is important, which we need to either give as a default for that vendor. If not, then we have to mention into the product. If you go to the uh, product tab, you are in purchase order, correct?
No, I'm into the product itself.
Okay, in the product site you have already given. So you have to go to the either vendor master or go to the purchase order.
Okay. So this is the purchase order.
Yeah, go down, scroll down, yeah, and there you will see line details. In line details, scroll down, yeah, in this line details, go to the product. There is a fourth tab is product, and here you have to mention site. So site is not yet created, so you have to create site. So you can say main warehouse, your main warehouse.
Do I need to do all this?
Inside, no need, just go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so we can go from here. The warehouse we have selected for the product is separate for the product, but when we are raising the purchase order for that particular vendor, we have to either go to the vendor master and set up the warehouse there, or while doing the purchase order we have to set up it here, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So if you set up at purchase order vendor master, it will come automatically.
Okay.
You can always have a choice to change, but it will come as a default.
Okay. Okay, so we
Now
don't.
you have added the item, you give the price, some cost you put there, unit price.
I can put it directly here.
Yes, it's a price per item, and then how many quantity you needed, you put that quantity. Maybe how many kg, maybe 100,000 kg you're procuring.
Here.
It's 11 kg.
Yeah.
Whenever you already put a price and you try to change the quantity or anything, it will ask whether you want to update the calculation again or not.
Okay.
Still it is 11 only. You just remove that. There is a dot in between. See, no here. Put 1000, 100.
Yeah.
Yes. And say yes. Okay. Click on OK. And now put the price again.
Okay. Mm,
Okay. So net amount is 15,000 and that's it. Then save and then you can confirm the order.
save it.
Confirm is not enabled.
There must be something
Correct, correct.
which is
This is the new
the
request.
delivery date.
Not delivery date. Uh,
I have a question for you. For the purchase order, uh, for example, if the purchase order delivery date is yesterday and today I want to change the address for that particular purchase order, would I able to do that?
you want to change the delivery address, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will tell you that. So let me stop this first.